Welcome back to the fucking Ridiculous podcast, also known as the FR Pod. It's episode 23, and I have my most immature friend with me, Fatty. Yes, she just snorted. Sorry. All right, so I'm just going to start off by saying I have a couple of apologies from the podcast from last week. Number one would be my singing is so bad, and I'm so sorry for anyone that like had to listen to it or like play it on repeat, or it was really loud because it was so bad. But think about like that was not me trying, but like think about it, if I was trying, how bad it would be. But however, we will get into karaoke at a later date, but I do have my top 3 karaoke songs and I fucking nail them. So, 2. Please ignore cousin it over here. Just like, all right, number 2. Okay, that's one of the apologies. I say okay a lot, and I'm sorry. I also said the word adorable a ton last week, so I'm going to try really hard to not say adorable, okay, or so that many times because it really irked me. I don't know if it irked you, but if it did, I'm so sorry.
Saying it again.
Also, shit. I did just say thank you. You got it. You got to move this up. Remember, it's okay. Close to your face. Close to your face. Yeah, that's close. What she
really.
Said. That's what he said.
This close?
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable with this thing.
So, also, just to wrap up, the Christmas decorations. The consensus is the day after Thanksgiving, you may start putting them out and up, and Christmas music after Thanksgiving as well. That was the consensus. So thank you for sharing your input. Moving on. I said so again. This is Fatty. If you have seen previous episodes, then you would know Fatty. Fatty's one of my besties, and Fatty is not her real name, but is the only name that I ever call her by and refer to her by. Now, it's Fatty, and I am Fatti. Just for distinction. However, when you say them, they say the same. So say they sound the same. Duh. Okay. So Fatty's back because I have been reading a lot of stuff in the news lately. There's my pencil. I feel more professional. Scholarly. Definitely a word that people would use to describe me. So I've been doing a lot of news reading and listening. And one thing that is prevalent amongst Americans is that 1 in 7 men like really don't have any close friends. They would say they really don't. And I don't know if like a close friend equals a family member, like your brother-in-law, your brother, or like I don't know if those overlap. I hope they do. But anyway, then that made sense to me. And in fact, I actually gave my husband a book last year. Like 4 or 5 years. This is not a new thing. But anyway, it was like We Should Hang Out More. And it was all about how like bros should hang out with bros, dudes should hang out with dudes. And it still has some cobwebs on it. So it was the thought that counted. So anyway, then I read a different article about how friendship among females is actually on the decline, which I don't understand at all because I don't know what I'd do without my friend network near and far. And one of the reasons they said was that it's because of social media and what people put on social media. And then they don't want to like that person or be as close to that person because they did not know that they felt that way about fill in the blank. So that made me super sad because I feel like especially during this time, we really need like our friends. There's so much going on in the world, and the holiday season is just hard for a lot of people. So I thought I would bring back my friend, Fatty, and we could discuss some stuff and we'd get some Fatty perspective on things.
Yeah.
So welcome, Fatty.
Thank you.
I also would like to go on record as saying Fatty does have a story to tell us, a couple, but she just qualified for Ironman Kona for next year, which is 2023. And I'm so fucking proud of her. And this is what, young people, this is what happens when you dedicate yourself to doing something and you have a goal and you just keep at it. You get your reward. So she came in 3 minutes behind the number one girl in her age group, and they're going together. Now, this leads me to my first thing that has been in the news. Why the change?
Yeah.
Why the change? So now, just for you people who don't give a shit about Ironman, usually it's in Kona. That's where it originated. And the men will go on one day, the females will go on another day. I don't think it was like that the whole time. Now they're switching it over to, is it Nice?
I think it's to be determined. But
Okay, it's in France.
It might be in Nice.
Okay, but
they haven't confirmed it yet.
Okay, why the switch?
I think because Kona can't manage that many people. It's a teeny tiny town, and
They're
they can't
pissed.
manage because they were putting 2,500 people in each race, and they can't handle 5,000 plus extra in a week. So
okay,
well, Kona's tiny.
Right. Well, and you've been to Hawaii. I have not, because Fatty will be heading out to Hawaii when?
I leave on the 14th.
And why?
And because my family's there. I go home to Hawaii.
And, just have to do another marathon there.
With a friend who's doing all the 50 states. My friend's done 40. It will be her 49th. And, why not have lava come down the mountain because.
Right.
But as of today, it's still not a threat. So the marathon will happen.
Okay. Well, last year, she sent me all of her passcodes to things and all of the things that she did not want others to know about just in case. So I look forward to that email now. Okay. Okay. I kind of feel like I'm laying down.
That's a tough seat to be in.
It is. It's tough. All right. So I'm going to try and not hunch over, whatever. I do want to do a shout out to my youngest son. His travel soccer team just made it to the invitational out in Denver next summer. So I'm super excited because I actually really, really like Colorado and I'm super excited to go in the summer. So yay for their team. Nobody, I'm pretty sure, from that team or their parents listen to this, but if they do, we're going. Okay. So last week I gave a shout out to Mindy Kling's show, The Sex Life of College Girls. And I gotta be honest, after watching a couple more episodes in season 2, I really did college wrong. I really did. I mean, on so many levels.
I need to watch it.
And if that's how college is right now, I think as parents we need to, pre-marriage, yeah, I think I do. And then I think we need to prepare better as parents, especially for girls. You should probably watch it. Just saying.
I don't know. Maybe I don't want to watch.
No, it's adorable. It's cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. Look, self-censoring. Okay. God, I'm fucking annoying. I am so annoying. How are you friends with me?
I drink a lot.
Oh, this is true. I also introduced doing quotes. So there's like a quote of the week. And last week I had one and this week I have one. And it was something that I read and then I forgot the rest of it. So I had to add my own. So it's kind of a hybrid. Could be plagiarizing someone on the first sentence, but not the second sentence. And it is, my life is full of mistakes, but my true friends don't care. And I really think that resonates a ton, especially right now. Because everybody's all in a bunch about doing shit the right way and being perfect and getting the best gift and the best decorations and looking the best and stuff. And as we know, I'm crushing that in every category. But if I wasn't, I'd like to believe that my true friends would still love me.
No, they don't care.
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
Like I said, I've been reading a lot lately. And in the news, we have a lot of stuff going on. I have learned 2 new words, actually 3, but one is called Freudenfraud or Freudenfruit, or it's definitely Spanish.
Totally.
Yeah. And that is the feeling, German, I believe, of the bliss we feel when someone succeeds. Not yourself, but like someone else.
Oh, that's lovely.
So like for you, with your accomplishment, I feel Freudenfraud, whatever, for you. The converse of that is Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude, yeah.
Oh, so you do know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know Freudenfruit. Fraud.
I think it's friend and fraud, but I'm saying it wrong. And I also have a cross out there because I spell sucks. I don't spell well. So the shade in fraud is the pleasure we feel when someone is not succeeding.
Correct.
And so I wonder if that is kind of like contributing to the whole.
That's been around forever. That's not contributing. That's a constant.
Okay.
We've all
It is?
felt, yes, Schadenfreude, yes.
Oh.
We've all felt a little like, if somebody you don't like screws up, you're like, oh. I mean, maybe you feel a little guilty,
Okay.
but really
Yeah.
there might be a little bit of.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
A little
I
bit of-
did not know
you've
that.
not heard that. Okay.
I didn't know there was a special term for it.
For Schadenfreude.
And then I didn't know that I was never going to say it right. And I also didn't know that there was a partner to it on the other side.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So back to the TV show. I'm giving free shout outs. Okay, my husband, this is dual win. Dual win. If your husband or partner or friend says to you, hey, I want you to like watch this show with me, do it. It's called Limitless and it's on a streaming platform. Chris Hemsworth is the star.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Thor.
I've heard about it.
Dear God.
Is he naked?
Close to it at
Okay,
times.
all right.
And it is awesome. It is awesome. It's called Limitless. And he is what could be the finest specimen of a man to me ever. And the accent makes it awesome. He also brings his little, his brothers who are not ugly at all. They all have the Aussie,
Yeah.
you know, and then he brings their mates
Okay.
on these like, and they're scary. They are scary and they are interesting and testing boundaries for like physically. And the whole thing is he wants to live longer. And so he's working with all these different like specialists, scientists, experts to get to that point where, you know, he can live like the tortoise that's like 190 that they just found. Not Chris Hemsworth didn't find the tortoise, but they did find a tortoise living in the British Isles, I believe.
You know, you almost have to live longer to make up for all the time it takes to do the things to make you live longer.
Totally.
Like you got to spend 20 minutes in a sauna every day. You got to do a
Yep,
10-minute
that's
ice
it.
bath.
Oh.
You got to do all the exercise.
So the one thing that I've watched 2 episodes on repeat, but I'm just kidding.
Or slow-mo.
I mean, one did involve like swimming
Uh-huh.
in trunks in ice cold water. Just saying, like, I kind of missed a lot of the points, so I had to go back. But he does support the whole like ice bath and the sauna and that. But then he says every day for 30 seconds, the last 30 seconds of your shower
Yeah, it needs to be
should be
cold
freezing
water.
cold.
Yeah.
I don't even remember why, but if he says to do it, I'm pretty sure I'm
You're just going to do whatever he says.
I'm going to try. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fantastic show and it shows how capable the human mind and body are when you put your mind to something. So that's my free shout out there. Calling people on the phone is rude, by the way. Did you know this?
No, this is what you think?
No, it is factual in that I read about it. It's been in the news.
Okay.
There was a whole thing about how when it's like text someone before you call them, like give them the heads
Hey,
up.
I'm going to call you now.
Hey, I'm going to call you now. Much like the, hey, I'm going to drop by your house now. Are you
Yeah.
home? But this is actually, don't fucking call me. Just text me the information because you are not important enough to actually take that much of my time for me to talk to you. So just text it
And
to me.
who's saying this?
It was an article in the New York Times. And I think that is the crux of what's going on with the younger peeps. And possibly the older people now too, because they're so used to not having human contact. I think
Right.
everyone's like, oh my God, someone's calling me. What do I do?
Yeah.
Like
I'm not there yet. I don't think that's,
I
think someone's got too much time to drum that one up.
well, I mean, if it's the dentist calling, they can leave a message.
I know.
right?
Yeah, but you know why they're calling.
Right. And I think that's the thing. Nobody wants to be surprised. So they don't like the phone call. It's like, oh my God, why is that person calling me out of the blue? Clearly their grandmother died. Yeah. And then you start making, and then you get anxious and then it spirals from there.
So the phone call is anxiety.
Exactly. So, Warner Brothers and Discovery Channel, which always has great content, right? They are trying to settle a name for their streaming platform. Their new streaming platform, because they want to rival Disney Plus and Hulu and Netflix and all of them, right? And I think it might be HBO as well. So HBO, Warner Brothers, and Discovery. And this is the name that's being batted around. Are you ready?
Yeah, I don't know anything about this. So
okay, Max.
Well,
Mm-hmm. That is what people are getting paid the big bucks for, to come up with. That your streaming platform will now be called Max. Yay or nay?
Don't care.
Don't care. Okay, noted. Mom of girls.
Yes.
You have 2 daughters.
Yep.
Have you heard of situationships?
I'm not sure. Depends on how you're defining that.
Well, how are you defining it?
Well, I don't know, but is it the stages of how, like, if you're dating or not dating, but then there's stages of like, we're in a, yeah, I there are so many, and I'm always wrong when my girls talk about them. I'm like, aren't they dating? We're like, Mom, we're not dating. I can't remember the terms.
I think it's like they're talking.
Yeah, they're talking.
And then I think that it's like maybe they're hanging out.
Yeah, yes.
Then maybe there's another step in there.
There are about 4 or 5 vague steps.
Yes. And then I think you move to situationship. But I am wondering if I can create my own new word called
bullshit. That's what I call all that. Because you like them or you're dating.
What about relation short? It's not a relationship. It's a relation short.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be in a relationship. I'm in a relation short. I'm not sure if it's going to move to a relationship. So I'm just going to short it.
We'll just keep it tidy.
It's brief. It's brief. It's a moment in time. It's a blip. Back to the news. Twat a lot has now, I mean, I don't even understand what's happening on the Twatter, but here's what I do know. Some stuff has been leaked. And yes, take all of these words and stream them together. So it's twatting and leaking and junk. And i.e., that means Hunter Biden, the president's son. A bunch of documents have been leaked about him. However, photos of his junk have also been leaked. And they asked to have them taken down. Now, I personally, that's not I'm neither here nor there on your junk photos.
I don't care. I don't.
But I do think if you're going to take anything off of Twitter, porn might be a good place to start.
No more dick pics.
But I do think, however, he might be fun to party with.
Hunter Biden?
Yeah.
He's cute.
And, he seems to not follow the rules.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't either,
so
but
I can't
just
really,
what I'm hearing, I'm like, well.
I can't genuinely comment, but.
I can't either, but he might just be fun.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if your dick pics are all over the place, then. Maybe you really don't give a fuck. Even if your dad is president. Yeah.
They might have been old. I'm sure they were pre-president.
I'm pretty sure no one's putting old dick pics out. Like,
no, not
old,
putting out. They were on there from a long time ago.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Last thing. Have you heard of Pilk?
No.
Okay. I can't think of anything. Actually, I can, because I'm disgusting myself. But Pilk. This is what Pepsi contracted Lindsay Lohan. Do you remember her?
I do.
Okay. Wasn't she like a child? Yeah. Pilk is Pepsi and milk put together.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And they're promoting Pilk and cookies. Yeah. I mean, I feel like
there's nothing funny about that. That's disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting, but it is also a sugar coma. Do we not have enough
Enough sugar bombs. Yeah.
that we have to now promote mixing Pepsi with milk.
It's a product?
I get it's a thing. I'm sure if we ask TikTok, it'll tell us.
Okay.
So I'm just have I
had it? No. Or seen it? I don't know anything.
How is the FDA or someone not being like, hey,
have you seen what they've approved?
Yeah.
So that it's out there and the FDA has not said anything.
I don't know.
Not a shock.
Whatever.
Not a shock.
All right.
I don't know anything about it, but my dad liked those. Oh shit! What do you call them?
You look like you're feeling someone up.
I did. No, he liked the kind of milkshakes when you had a Coke and
a root beer float.
A float, which is basically a pilk. Basically, I mean, it's like a Pepsi, and it's a.
I did not care for them, so therefore,
I never did either.
Okay.
I would just drink the root beer and then eat the ice cream. But you're supposed to mix it up.
I see. All right, moving on. Gaslighting is the word of the year.
Great.
What is gaslighting?
I don't like it. It's not. I mean, it's like I can give you an example of it.
Okay.
It's like I would say that if you said something, and I would be like, "No, you never said that," and then you.
It is a manipulation tactic that everyone is using, and nobody calls the other person on it,
because
even
that
when the
person might be
evidence
like, "Did I say
is
it? Didn't I
right
say it?"
there.
Yeah, it's. I don't like it.
It's fucked up.
It's mean.
It's mean, and
I'm sorry that they chose that word to be the word.
Do you know what
the
the runner-up was?
No.
Meta.
Oh, that.
Remember?
Yes.
The make-believe place where you can buy real estate and lose all your money.
So it's a place, and it's also something is meta, or it's not. I don't like it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So you are Catholic.
I am.
As am I. Baptized that way. Oh my God, excuse me. That's awful.
Fill her up.
Your hubs is Jewish. Talk to me about being in a dual spiritual household. And I say spirits, not like Halloween-y.
Right. not like spooks and goblins.
Yes.
I mean, well, here's the thing. There are levels of Judaism and pretty much for the same for Catholicism as well, but he's very low key. Non-practicing. He would be in the non-practicing category.
Oh, so do you celebrate Hanukkah?
No, we don't. But he didn't. I mean, he did a little bit of both, but his parents would do the fun part of Christmas. So they had a tree and did the gifts.
Okay.
So, because why not? Because it's fun. So,
okay.
But,
So you know Hanukkah in your house?
Not really.
Okay. So you're right. When I asked you about this and you said you're not going to like the answer, I
tried to warn you.
Well, you did.
I mean, my kids are cashews. That's what you call a Catholic and a Jewish kid. But
I love cashews. It's my favorite nut. Which, by the way, my husband he always has the TV on. Always has something on. It's really annoying. But he had Best in Show on.
Love that show.
Oh my God. There's a whole thing where Christopher Guest is like pistachio nut, butter pecan nut, butterfinger nut. I mean, it's like everything has a nut to it. And I'm like shaking. I'm laughing so hard, like trying to go to sleep. And I'm like, can you please turn this off?
It's a good one.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Another free shout out. All right, pick one. Fake tree, real tree.
Okay. I feel that it's situational.
It's I have one or the other.
No, I have a preference towards real, but because we leave for the holidays, I use a fake one and I can leave it up and not worry it's going to burn the house down.
Sure.
So I understand both, but I like the smell of a fresh one.
Okay, so fake tree or real tree?
Well, in my house, it's fake.
Okay.
Because I go out of town.
Okay. Best Christmas party you've been to? Like holiday themed or not holiday themed, because I love a good party that's non-holiday themed or loosely holiday.
I did go to one
holiday themed.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just swallow that one real quick. But right. I did go to one where it was best use of tinsel, and we everybody had tinsel accoutrement or whatever, and I put it on a bikini, and I glued tinsel on the bikini and wore a bikini top.
My friend, could go to an ABC party that I learned about from The Secret Life of College Girls, because that's anything but clothes.
Oh,
I mean, I guess a bathing suit's clothing, but
I just wore the bikini top over.
You just wore the tinsel over the nips. And then down
I
there.
glued the whole thing. I made the whole thing. Oh, and I also did it in a Christmas run. I did a tinsel bikini or a bra, and I put lights on it, the kind with the battery pack. And I ran through Carytown because it was 5:30 in the morning. It was dark, and I had a blue tinsel bikini top on.
Okay.
And there were a bunch of us, and some were wearing Santa hats. Everybody looked a little ridiculous. And then I said hi to a guy, and he cussed me out.
Because you were a filthy fucking slut running in your tinsel and
your... He didn't approve.
Fatty, there's no way in hell I'm running in less than full coverage.
I had a shirt on. It was over the shirt. But I had a blue light. I basically was wearing...
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that makes it fucking ridiculous.
Right?
I see.
Someone still got mad at me.
Holiday cards. Printed holiday cards that you send in the mail. Yes or no?
Yes. Although I haven't done mine in years. So.
Okay. So you like them?
Love them.
But you don't do them.
I just realized it's December 17th and I haven't done them yet. So
Right. Okay. So virtual or printed?
Printed.
Fucking for sure.
Printed.
For sure. Funny? Not funny.
Love funny.
Okay. I am going to what I deem the best Christmas party or holiday party type. And it is called the naughty or nice party.
Yep.
And have you been to one?
No.
Okay. So you go and you pick either naughty gift or nice gift.
That I'm bringing.
Correct. Then you pick a number and then it's like the whole auction thing where like our white elephant where everyone goes around and people can steal and stuff. The last time I attended this party, which was years ago, and I'm so glad I'm back on the invite list. Not sure why I got dropped, but maybe I know better now. Fuck you.
We know why.
I came home with sexual lottery tickets, which I promptly ripped up at that point in my life and was like, these need not be seen by anyone. And a bottle of wild turkey.
Okay.
And so
I get it. I like it. What did you bring?
I think I brought, because it was my first time going, I think I brought like...
You weren't sure how naughty to go?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Test the room.
Now as I've matured,
You're going full naughty. I can't wait to hear.
I'm very excited.
I think I want to get on that. Can I crash that? I don't want to crash it. I just want to get on the invite list.
I just think that we should have our own, but I think we should have our own in like the dead months.
Love it.
Okay, so I have been kind of thinking about Christmas lists, and I have one child that will give me exactly what they want. I have another child that will give me exactly what they want on Christmas Eve at 5:00. And then I have another child that will give me what she wants, but it's all of the things she already has.
Oh.
So it's a little... So I would like to go on record as saying nobody really asks me what I would like, which is fine. That's fine. I'm like Tina Fey in that I got a robe SNL skit. I got a robe.
I love that.
So I have compiled the 3 worst gifts that I currently have in my household that I would not ever give to anyone else, and I don't recommend, or something that like don't think about. Like don't do that. You think it's a good idea, but it's not. Okay. So I would love for you to do this with me. Number 3 is anything that you see on Instagram that may look like it is going to like change your life, i.e. the handheld steamer. And I say steamer not because of the bathroom, but because I don't do any laundry. And I mean, I do laundry, but I'm certainly not going to fuck around with ironing because, I mean, I can't.
Is it too big?
It's not safe. I bought one for me. I was so excited. I bought one for me, one for Slutty Graham, and one for the favorite. And I was so excited. First of all, they did come from a faraway land and they did not come until February 2nd. So first problem.
Whoops.
Here's your fake gift that I'm giving to you. Second of all, it was about like this big. This big. And so I was like, how long is it going to take to steam? Just like, what is this for? Underwear?
Yeah, you're going to keep refilling the...
So I would say that Definitely not a good gift.
Right.
Okay. Now, the number 2 I'm going with is, and I'm a coffee snob, big time coffee snob. I right now have to mix 2 coffees to make the right kind because it's a problem.
Hold on. With your schedule and all the shit that you're trying to manage,
Right.
You're telling me every morning you've got to combo your coffee.
I do. Because
do we find that that's really necessary?
Fuck yeah, it is. Okay, because I have one machine that this is how environmentally unfriendly we are. We have 2 coffee machines. Neither one of them actually brews a pot because it just does.
You're living your life. You're living your FR pod in your daily morning practice.
Correct. So I come downstairs, and if celery juice has been made by me, then I'm supposed to drink the celery juice, which is fucking disgusting, and then wait 20 minutes, and then I'm allowed to have my coffee that I mix together. So I have one that is regular coffee, and then I have one that is decaf. And yes, I know. So
you're making 2 pots of coffee?
No, again, no pot is here. They're pots, right? So if in a family of coffee, you have a pot, you have a Keurig, and you have an espresso. The Nespresso is the favorite
You
child.
don't have any more counter space. That's what you don't
Correct.
have.
This is true. Nespresso is
this really true? Are you lying?
I never, ever lie on this pod.
You have 3 coffee makers on your counter.
I have already. How many fucking times have I said I don't have a pot maker?
These are all
or
Keurigs.
A pot maker. I have a Keurig and I have an espresso.
Okay.
The Nespresso is the golden child. The Nespresso is the Heisman Trophy winner. The Nespresso is
taking up space on your counter.
The teeniest little thing cost $99. We got it in a Secret Santa thing and never breaks and never lets me down. Ever. It is the best thing made. I just needed the coffee to be bigger. So therefore, I have the Keurig, which is poorly made, the customer service is shaky, and I would rather just throw away the fucking Keurig than sit there with the paperclip that they're telling me to use to pop in to get some of the coffee grounds out coffee grounds out after I've already like flushed through vinegar. I've already bought the cleaning pot. I've already basically disassembled the Keurig itself to try and get it to descale, which descale is the
disgusting
timed
term for
right. And so now what I do is I just beat it around.
This is every day you do this?
Well, every day lately I've been beating it around, which led Keurig to be on the number 2. Do not fucking give that gift to anyone and don't buy them. I will 100% endorse Nespresso. And somehow I need to figure out how to make a better pot of coffee that doesn't take up a lot of space.
Your morning routine can be
streamlined,
exponentially more efficient.
For sure.
Somehow, maybe eliminating one of those steps.
Well, Fatty, you're not living this life of mine, and my taste buds are pretty particular. Number 1, and this goes for every single person in the entire world. Don't fucking give anyone the elf on the motherfucking shelf. That thing will drive people to drink, to do very bad things. I love
the elf on the shelf. I do. And I like it when people get really creative and they have him doing stuff and he's like in a
fuck has time for that?
Nobody. But I love it. Who has time
to like position the elf on Mary's shoulders and then he's
pouring a drink into her mouth? And she's
oh my God.
I am endlessly entertained by what people will do with that thing. I love it. Have you seen Snoop on the shelf? No. There's a Snoop Dogg. It might be Snoop on the shelf. So now you can even go a little bit more.
I think the favorite got that from her youngest.
Okay.
Of course.
I love the elf on the shelf. Okay. I think it's hilarious. I think you're kind of cranky.
Wow. Okay.
They bring joy.
They do. Clearly,
love the elf on the shelf.
Obviously, we were shining lights on Nicole's problems.
Yeah. It starts with the coffee routine.
I think it starts with I can't get my ass out of bed first. But anyway. Okay. Do you have any?
Yeah, I will say anything that is trying to suggest you in a better way, like a scale or Spanx.
Or I'm okay with that stuff.
I don't mind buying it for myself.
If you think it will better me, okay.
Well, I don't know that I'd want to get it. It's kind of like when someone offers you a mint, you don't refuse it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So if somebody gave me Spanx, I'm like, oh, okay. I would take them and I'd use it, but I wouldn't want to get it.
Fair.
Right? This is something I want.
Wouldn't bug
Bad
me.
idea. I will say my mother gave me plates last year. I don't need plates. I don't need them. They're still in the garage in the box. Actually, it was 2 years ago because they sat under the table and I forgot that they were under the table because they were so far under the table I couldn't even see them.
How do you sit at the table
It's
when
a
your
square.
plates are
It's
under
a
the table?
square coffee table. It's a big square coffee table. So they were
it's not your eat-in table.
No. And it was in the middle of
that
that thing. And so I was like, I got to get those things out. So I promptly moved them to the garage where they've now set for another year in the box unused. You want some?
I will take a look at them.
Yeah.
Because I have ideas. Not good ones. Not so deep thoughts.
Yes.
Okay. So, question. Are dogs ticklish? Because I love rubbing up on, and then I thought, is that
maybe they don't like it so much? I don't like getting tickled.
But are they is there a part on them that is ticklish? And I don't mean sensitive. I mean like ticklish. I don't know.
Growing up, we had a dog. If you scratched her butt, she would kind of twist one way or the other. Like if you scratched on her hind parts, she would twist and. Okay. Well, that might have been ticklish.
Squirmy. Yeah. Okay.
But I squirm if someone tickles me. I don't like getting tickled.
This is fair. So maybe squirming equals ticklish.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's this thing called the Real ID.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this?
I do.
Is it U.S. wide or is it just our state?
No, it's U.S.
Our Commonwealth.
It's national. Yeah.
Well, the good news is
it's delayed again.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
I just went to the DMV last week to get my list of the things that I need to have because, it was delayed. It was supposed to be October. And prior to that, I think it was a year ago because of COVID, blah, blah, blah. And I got the list and I said, okay, well, what can because I couldn't log in because I only had my old thing. And she was very annoyed with me. I said, well, don't I need it? I tried to make an appointment online. She said, you don't need to make it. Anyway, and so she gave me the list, but now it's like 24.
Oh, I think it's 25.
Oh, is it 25? Okay.
So my question is, if you are going to the DMV, which I am doing today, I am going with my child, and it asks you for a form of identification, which your driver's license is actually one of the approved things.
Correct.
Why do I have to bring it? Why can't you just fucking look me up? Don't you have that on file? Last thing on the deep thoughts. Who here likes Quick Wrap?
I don't know what Quick Wrap is.
Quick Wrap is the plastic wrap that is the non-cheap plastic wrap, like saran wrap, but it's the special one that cuts you every time you try to cut it. And then you have to get scissors out to cut it. And then once you cut it, it wraps around your hands and now your hands are trapped.
I'm annoyed already. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's it called? Quick. I thought it was called Quick Wrap. I tried to use it last night and literally wanted to blow my head off because my hands were now bound.
And you got that burned finger, which probably kept getting stuck in the paper.
It's just fucking ridiculous.
You got a paper cut in the middle of your burn.
Yesterday was not a good day for me. I also broke one of my daughter's really special, expensive, from her godfather, snow globes that only come out at, And allow me to just say this, I'll just let everyone know.
Did you break the glass with the globe? So
I opened it and it peed everywhere. There's glitter in it. It's
everywhere.
Gooey. It took...
It's not just water in that thing, is it?
No. And I was like crying because I was so mad at myself. And then later I was like, I should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't because I was so upset with myself. And it was...
So now you've got a glittery, gelatinous goo somewhere in your house.
Oh, no. It was in the kitchen. So it went into the silverware compartment.
No.
And yeah. It was a big thing. And that's when I'm like...
Did you break it?
I did.
Did you knock it over?
I was opening it from the box.
You know why it happened? It's because you didn't have enough counter space because of your 3 coffee makers.
It's 2.
It's 3, isn't it?
Fatty, will you come back in January?
Yeah.
After you run your marathon and go to Hawaii forever and come back with your big tan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get so savage.
I
Darker than this couch.
Do you have any parting words?
No, but have a great holiday.
Hey.
And don't figure out your coffee situation.
I will.
Let's streamline that.
I'm
going to make that a goal for you.
I'm trying to. I want to have my own coffee, the FR coffee. It's like my fucking ridiculously awesome bold coffee.
Half calf, half decaf?
Correct. Because not everyone needs full test. I don't. Imagine.
You know, they make that. They make that.
It's not strong enough. It's not strong enough.
No. No, I mean, but I think we'll find you a blend. There's got to be a blend for you.
3, 1, yeah.